What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 82, and today we are returning with another big triple header with Aston Villa in 3 different competitions, where on the back of our thumping 5-0 victory over Newcastle in the last game, the last episode, and our 2-1 victory at home to PSG as well, we're going for a treble this season, and we've barely even discussed that. Our first game today is going to be away at the Parc des Princes as we take on Paris Saint-Germain in the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals, where if we get a clean sheet, we are heading through to the semis for the first time in the series. Then Everton at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-finals as we try and get back to the final after winning the competition last year. And our third and final game, very important as well, Nottingham Forest at home, who right now are in the relegation zone. And as we're still playing catch up to Spurs and Manchester City, we cannot afford to slip up if we are to win the Premier League title for the first time in the series. So yeah, lots to get through today, plus some scouting updates as well. Tremblay's talks are broken down. Why don't you want to go to Millwall? But yeah, there's lots to get through today, so let's dive into the first game. It's PSG, it's away. Let's get through to the Champions League semis. And so, as we jump into it then, the situation is as follows. Keep a clean sheet tonight. We are in to the semi-finals of the Champions League, but concede, and we'll need to score due to the away goal ruling. So this is sure to be a very tough test away in France, but come on, Aston Villa, I believe. PSG lining up in a 4-3-3, I believe the exact same team as a week ago at Villa Park, with that fantastic front three of Januzaj on the right, Milik the striker, and of course their main man Neymar on the left-hand side. But for our team, taking no chances, very strong lineup, 3-5-2. A couple of tied legs, Grealish and Henry coming for Miranchuk and Gnabry, but for the most part, our strongest team, and hopefully a strong performance will see us get through. Come on, Aston Villa. It's going to be a very interesting sort of tactical mindset heading into the game, because do we go for the early away goal, try and cancel out PSG's, because you expect them to score tonight, or do we try and contain, defend for as long as we can, and try and see out a clean sheet and progression to the semis? I'm not sure what's the best strategy here, so we'll just play it by ear and see what we can do. But it's going to be a tough one. This going to be a very, very tough one. When the draw was made, I knew it was going to be a tough tie, and the first leg certainly was. But as Brereton slides through Martinez, a chance for that early away goal, and Areola makes an amazing save to deny our player of the season. That would have been a dream start for Aston Villa. Martinez going through one-on-one, but that is a sublime save by Alphonse Areola, and he keeps PSG still tied at 0-0. Lewis with a corner into the middle, punched away. It will drop to Fry, and that should be the chance over. What an opportunity to get that early away goal we crave. Lewis through to Rico Henry. He's played very well in recent weeks. In to Jack Grealish, and Grealish has space to shoot here. He can do that from range, but Areola had a pretty simple save in the end, as we are still deadlocked at 0-0. We've made the brightest starts to this game, so let's keep it up, and let's go and search that away goal tonight. Toby through to Barkley, and Barkley back to Socrates, now to Stones as we look for an opening here in PSG's midfield. Barkley finds Grealish. Grealish finds space. Now can he shoot? Yes, he can. But Areola provides a very good save, and he is absolutely fuming right now because he's bailing PSG out. Lewis's corner, Brereton's header, well wide now for a goal kick, but a great first half this from Aston Villa, not settling for the clean sheet, which will send us through. We want the away goal. We want to make sure we've got some breathing room here. We've got to be wary of PSG's threat when they come forward, though, but as Januzaj is tackled by Henry, I think it's a great decision to start Rico tonight. He's played so well in the recent episodes, and he's had a good game so far, shutting down Januzaj. And as Grealish releases Martinez, a great chance here for the Villa again. It's Martinez on the ball, crossing to the middle. Areola punches clear. They'll drop to Barkley. Oh, just wide of the post, but with 3 minutes to go in the first half, this has been exactly what we wanted to see from Aston Villa. Yes, we've not got the away goal yet, but if we continue to press for it, continue to hunt for it, I'm pretty sure it will come. We've been on top, the far superior side. Let's break that deadlock and get in front. Fry into Barkley, can get one more chance just before the break. Ross feeds it into Jack. And now Brereton sees a man out wide there in Fabricio Bustos. And Bustos coming forward will dink one in. It might drop to Martinez. Henriks gets it away. And behind for a corner. Can we pounce here? Toby to take it, which went into the centre. Martinez's header tipped over the bar by Areola, and if it was not for Alphonse Areola tonight, we would be 2 or 3 goals up. He's been absolutely excellent in his first half, but there is the breakthrough, and John Stones has got it. PSG 0, Aston Villa 1, and it was coming. We were huffing and puffing, and finally we've got the away goal. John Stones heading in the corner, and the former Manchester City and Everton defender gives us a big advantage heading into the break. You've got to feel for Areola. He's had a great first half, but there is the deserved breakthrough. Brilliant delivery by Toby. Stones wins the header, past Areola in a flash. PSG 0, Aston Villa 1. It was coming, and we've got the breakthrough. Hajjaj attacking down this right-hand side. He's done very well. Now can he cross? You better believe it. Benteke, it's over. It is over, and Christian Benteke has confirmed it. Paris Saint-Germain 0, Aston Villa 2, 4-1 over 2 legs, and we have been just sensational tonight. A brilliant display here in France. The hosts have just barely turned up, but we have been attacking them at will, going for those away goals, and that will do it now. Paris Saint-Germain need 4 goals in the final 10 minutes. It's not going to happen, and our top scorer in Europe has got, I believe, his first goal since returning from injury. PSG 0, Aston Villa 2, and we are in to the semi-finals. Come on! We are waiting for the final whistle to come any second now, and there it is, right on cue. What a performance tonight from Aston Villa. We've had a very inconsistent season in the second half of it, but this was a brilliant display and one of my favourite wins of the season. We absolutely dominated. We thoroughly deserved a win. Paris Saint-Germain 0, Aston Villa 2, and we are in to the Champions League semi-finals. Hashtag UTV. Truth is, we should have won by more goals. It's just my finishing was really poor. 15 shots, but only 5 hit the target in a display where we were attacking at will but lacked the composure to put this game and the tie to bed a lot earlier than we did. We got the win though, that's the most important thing. Great to get back-to-back clean sheets as well, and for man of the match I will give it to John Stones, who scored our first goal, was really good at the back, helping shut the door on PSG's front three as we come through and get the win. So that's it, Champions League semi-finals, here we come, and I believe you'll see the draw for that in today's episode as well. Who are we going to be taking on? In fact, you will indeed, because as you can see, we are on to the 21st of April, and the second leg of the other 2 ties is about to be played. So Barcelona are through, we are through. Who will be joining us in the Champions League semi-finals? Well, let's find out together. As we can see that Forsberg's not happy with his role at the club. Let's find out together who will be taking on in the semi-finals of the Champions League. I'm nervous. We know whoever it's going to be. It is going to be one of the elite clubs in Europe. So let's find out together who it's going to be. So Champions League semi-finals, the first time we've reached this stage in the series. We've gone one step further than the board asked, but I want to see if we can get through to the final. It's going to be Borussia Dortmund. In the Champions League semis, they beat Juventus by 4 goals to 2. Barcelona beat Real Sociedad, and Atletico Madrid beat Bayern Munich. And I think out of all 3 of those teams there, I would have preferred Borussia Dortmund. That's no disrespect. They're an absolutely fantastic side. We lost to Atletico Madrid last season in the round of 16. Barcelona, you'd say, are probably the favourites. So I'm probably as happy as I could be with a tie, even though we know it's still going to be very difficult. So Borussia Dortmund in the semi-finals. Bring them on. We could reach the final in Season 4. And actually, as I look at the objectives, I didn't realise this, but the board said semi-final. So actually, it's a good thing we did beat PSG and get to semi-finals. I thought they said quarters. I was pretty sure at the start of the season they said quarters, but hey, semi-finals what they asked for, and we've reached it. So yeah, everyone's happy. And also, just before we move into the second of the 3 games today against Everton, the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, we do have 3 more scouting updates here from our scouts currently based in Czech Republic, Uruguay, and was the other one Morocco? I think it was. But yeah, we got that real good Czech talent to take a look at in the last episode. Really excited for that. But sadly, it doesn't look like there's anyone good from this report until this young man comes along. Andrzej Tesar. We'll put him straight in the academy, and we shall definitely reject him. So yeah, 2 more here. We've got a couple of decent players from Uruguay so far. I think we've got 1 Moroccan in our academy right now. So they've not been terrible. They started off quite poor, but they've not been terrible. Oh, and he looks very good indeed. Idris Bahari is definitely making the academy. And we shall reject him as well. We reject him as well. And I got to say, you know, one thing that I really think I'm going to be doing again is when I ask you guys to comment and I pick the nations, I think I'm going to keep on doing like 1 from each continent, just because it makes it more fairer. It means we're not just you know, sort of like targeting one region, and we're getting different nations each time. So yeah, from now on, I think when we do ask for the comments and we do choose the nations, I think I will stick to the new philosophy of choosing one from each continent. So no one good from Uruguay thus far until there, and I'll tell you, this has been a successful scouting batch here. One good Czech player, one good Moroccan, and a decent Uruguayan too. That's a good little scouting update there.
Well, it is the fixture that they say is the worst one to lose. That's the FA Cup semi-final, of course, but everyone wants to win it. They'll go to Wembley if they do.
So, second of the 3 games in today's episode then, and we now take on Everton here at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final. Won it last season by beating Liverpool in the final. Desperate to get back there again and hopefully keep our slim treble dreams alive. So 3-5-2 for the games. We're playing quite well right now with 3 wins in our last 3, but a few changes to our lineup due to some tired legs, including Pickford in between the sticks for Icardi, who gets the day off, and also up top together Martinez and Ryan Brewster, who's played very well in this competition. But as for the Everton team, 4-2-3-1, and as we discussed in the last episode, these guys are our bogey team. We really struggle against them when we play them, especially when they're lining up with Kingsley Coman on the right-hand side like today. So it's certainly not a formality. We may be the favourites, but this could be a very tough test. Everton at Wembley. Let's get the win though. Let's get to the final again.
Really anticipating something special from him here today.
Scored 3 in the last 3. Another one here will get down a treat.
Approaching the quarter of an hour mark, still tied at 0-0. A bit of a scrappy start to the game, as made evident by that terrible pass there. We're surrendering possession quite a bit, but so are Everton. And at the moment, neither side can break the other one down and create chances. This is, you know, already looking like it's going to be a very tough test. We just struggle so much, but what a ball by Tyler Adams. Schupf, can you get away from Romagnoli? Alessandro, off the crossbar, and Martinez couldn't win the header. Tyler Adams, I mean, just real briefly, this young American kid, we've had him since season 1. He doesn't play that much, but this season, whenever he's played, he's been brilliant. What a through ball, and we so almost went in front. That was such a great ball by Adams there, defence splitting. And it deserved an assist to go for it there. I just couldn't finish, but off the crossbar from Schupf. Good to get the first shot testing the frame of the goal. But as we're still tied at 0-0, I want the first goal. Schupf to Martinez into Miranchuk. He'll find Brewster. And Ryan back to Alessandro. And Tyler's going down the right-hand side there. And Schupf gives it back to him and says, show me how to finish, son. Good stop by Farinez. And Everton get it away. But a very good little couple of team plays there between Adams and Schupf. But as we're still tied at 0-0, good to get the first couple of shots, but yet to break that deadlock. Blint through the gap to Bakambu, and here come the Toffees for their first chance of the game. Bakambu's found space, and Bakambu hits the post. And eventually it should be cleared. Hugo Mayo plays it back inside. Bakambu finds space and it's not cleared. Instead, Everton have gone in front. Off the woodwork, we failed to get the danger away, and Cedric Bakambu gives Everton a lead 9 minutes before the break. What did I say? These guys are our bogey team. We really struggle against them, and the Toffees do draw first blood here in the semis. Hugo Mayo get the chance alive, found Bakambu, one touch, finds space and fires it past Pickford and into the back of the net. Aston Villa 0, Everton 1, and the Toffees are in front here at Wembley. Martinez on the ball finds Tyler Adams coming forward, and Adams holds it up, rolls it across. Martinez, perfect response, absolutely perfect response, and what a surprise, it's Lautaro Martinez doing it once again, right from the goal. We needed to respond before the break, and that's exactly what we've done. Adams, who's had a really good first half, sent down the right, rolls it across, and there is Martinez with the finish. Aston Villa 1, Everton 1, and right back on level terms, right after conceding. Great response. Well, this tie is balanced on a knife edge right now and set up very nicely as the second half gets underway. We may be the comeback kings, but facing our bogey team who we really struggle against, this is going to be a really thrilling second half, I'm sure. Brewster, Miranchuk, Gnabry, Serge. Oh, fantastic save by the goalkeeper to turn it behind for a corner. Still 1-1. This game's really, oh! Martinez. I was going to say, this game's got really exciting. It certainly has. 8 minutes after the restart, Martinez. Oh, look at that. Off the top of the crossbar. That's the second time hit the woodwork today. Everton did it once as well. This has been a brilliant game. Sigurdsson into Bakambu. And Cedric Bakambu on the ball, rolls it into Kingsley Coman, that danger man. But there is Tyler Adams, who's had a brilliant game today here at Wembley. And as Lewis feeds it into Miranchuk, maybe a chance here as Miranchuk does so well. Great work from the Russian. It's brilliant. Alessandro, can you finish this time? Yes, you can. Alessandro Schöpf makes it Aston Villa 2, Everton 1, and 63 minutes into the game, he hit a crossbar in the first half, but this time finds the back of the net, and it all came from Adams winning the ball back deep in our own half. He's so good. Brilliant work from the Russian into Schöpf, and a brilliant fake shot and finish into the far corner. It's the comeback kings doing it again. It's what we do. Aston Villa 2, Everton 1. We are into the final 10 minutes as we still lead by a goal. Can we wrap this game up and get through to the FA Cup final for the second straight year? Yes, we can, because Alessandro Schöpf, who's been brilliant this afternoon, has confirmed it. Aston Villa 3, Everton 1, and that was a lovely, absolutely lovely goal. Great work by Pajak, holds off Tom Davies, says, get off me, bro. Finds Schöpf, quick little first time skill to beat Daley Blind, and what a finish as well. If he didn't hit the crossbar in the first half, he would have had a hat-trick today. Great finish by Schöpf into the far corner, and that will do it. Aston Villa 3, Everton 1, FA Cup final, here we come. Well, we came from behind to win the FA Cup final last year. We come from behind to reach the FA Cup final this year. Everton scored the first through Bakambu, but a really resilient effort from the Aston Villa gives us the win, and that's it. Back to the FA Cup final as we keep these treble dreams alive, and the quest for the 3 trophies goes on. This is a game where the stats lie a little bit. It doesn't seem that action-packed just based on the stats alone, but you would have seen it by the highlights. This is a really great game. Full credit to the Toffees. They played well. We were the better team, and definitely deserved the win, but a really fun game to play this one, and delighted to get the win. But for man of the match, I will give it to Schöpf. I thought he was absolutely excellent down that right hand side, scoring 2 of our 3 goals and giving us the win. But also I want to shout out Tyler Adams, who got the assist for our second goal. He was brilliant all through the middle of the park, all game long. An absolutely brilliant young American talent, and a great man of the match display from Schöpf, and a great secondary man of the match display from Adams as well. Secondary man of the match, is that right? I don't know, but anyway, what we're going to do is advance one day in the calendar now, and we shall find out who will be taking on in the FA Cup final. It's going to be either Arsenal or Southampton. And of course, with no disrespect to the Saints, we would much rather face them, but I'm pretty confident it'll be Arsenal, as they are the team in better form right now in the game. So let's find out who it's going to be. It's going to be Aston Villa versus Arsenal, who beat Southampton by 2-1. So that'll be it then. Aston Villa versus Arsenal in a FA Cup final as we try and retain this trophy and go for the treble. I didn't even think it was possible after such a horrendous start to the calendar year, but it actually is. So here we go then, third and final game of today's episode, as we are back to Villa Park to take on Nottingham Forest, who right now are rock bottom of the table and already relegated back down to the Championship. So they're playing for nothing but pride, but we are playing for a second place come the end of today's episode. Win this game will leapfrog Manchester City and cut the gap on the league leaders Spurs as the season reaches its climax. So 3-5-2 for the game, but quite a few changes. Right now we're playing at least one game in midweek every week, and the team are just getting really tired out there. But Martinez and Brereton will be our strike duo in a strong team that should get the win and make it 5 from 5 in all competitions. Let's get it done. I don't want to keep on altering the team when we're finally starting to get into good form for the first time in a long time, but we have to at the moment because we're just absolutely shattered out there, and no one's got the energy to keep on playing game after game after game. So big test this one, because we struggle sometimes against these sort of clubs at home, but I'm feeling confident. Let's get the job done. Ben on the ball, cuts inside. Now can he finish from a tight angle? Side netting. Clough deep across the far post. Henry does well to get it clear, as Nottingham Forest have started off this game quite well. Walker on the ball. Oh my! I saw that happening before it even happened. I saw Mackay totally alone, and as the ball just dropped to him from the through ball, that should have been 1-0. What a let-off for Aston Villa. Mackay knows it. We should be trailing to bottom of the table Forest. What a chance. Well, if they get another chance like that, they're not going to miss it. That should be 1-0, but instead as Brereton finds our top scorer Martinez, please finish this one. Lautaro Martinez hits to Mackay. That's how you finish. Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0, and the top scorer of the division does it once again. Oh my, from an absolute heart-in-mouth moment to our hearts being won once again by Martinez. A brilliant through ball into him, takes a couple of touches and then just levers one in off the far post to keep his run for the Golden Boot alive. It's a brilliant goal. It's 1-0 to Aston Villa. We should be trailing, yet instead we're in front, and Lautaro Martinez is the guy we're thanking once again. And there's 13 minutes to go in a game where there's been not too many chances, and there's a lot of unwelcome tension in the air here at Villa Park right now because we've not been convincing, we've not played too well. There's tired legs out there, and at the moment we're just settling for a 1-0 victory against already relegated rock bottom Forest. But hey, we'll take it, so it'll move us into second. Just got to make sure we don't throw this away. As Kearney on the ball finds Rico, and Rico in to El Shami, who'll give it him back down left hand side, and the second goal will settle the nerves here. Henry on the ball, rolls it into El Shami, and the Egyptian with a lovely turn. Great work by El Shami, but couldn't keep the shot down. 6.5 minutes to go. Can we hold on? I have to say I'm feeling very nervous right now. Forest coming forward again. Palmer Brown heads it away though. And as Henry flicks it through to Grealish, we could attack down left-hand side here, and this could do it. This could do it. Henry on the ball. Sees a man at the far post. It's Ben Brereton who heads it in, and that will do it. Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Shows respect against his former club because he knows they're going down and we're going into second courtesy of that late goal. It's not been a good performance by any stretch of the imagination, but a brilliant lifted ball by Henry. Picks out Ben, and the deftest of little nods into the bottom corner settles it. And that will do it. Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 0. We're getting the 3 points. We're going into second, and we are showing Spurs and Man City we are still in this title race. Tiredness, fatigue, that is something we'll just have to try and put to the back of our minds as we enter May, because we're going to be very tired playing so many games in quick succession in the final month of football. But hey, if we can come through and keep on getting the wins, that'll do it for us. 5 wins in 5 in all competitions, back to good form. Delighted with that, and a really important win. Dominated the possession battle. We played well in that regard, but we didn't really have that many attacks on Nottingham Forest goal. And again, I think tiredness definitely played a part in that, but I don't know, man. We struggle quite a bit against sides that are down the bottom end of the table at home. I don't know why. We got the win. That's the most important thing. And we'll give man of the match to Ben for the assist and the goal that confirmed the 3 points right at the death. So 2-0, the final score. We shall take a look at the league table to end today's episode off, where as you'll see, we are in to second place. And with 5 games to go in the Premier League right now. Oh, no, we've gone first. We've gone top of the table. I have got the worst maths in the world, so no one is surprised. But Aston Villa, what a way to end today's episode. Now, Spurs do have a game in hand, and if they get the win, then they'll leapfrog us and go back top. But as Chelsea are still in the title race as well, what a thrilling finale we're going to have to end Season 4. Aston Villa top by a point. Spurs have got the game in hand though. Oh my goodness, you can't miss any of the remaining episodes this season because the race for the title is going to be an incredible one. We've got the Champions League semi-finals against Borussia Dortmund to come, the first leg in the next episode, plus the FA Cup final against Arsenal at the end of the season. My word, what a season this has been and what an ending we are going to have. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode though, guys, so a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated, and do that channel out as well. Much love to you all, have a great night, and I'll see you for next episode of Career Mode, featuring the first leg of our semi-final against Borussia Dortmund, plus 2 key Premier League games as well, very soon.